Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. Calum Plant reveals in the interview yesterday, and I linked the source in the description so you can check it out on the source link, that he sends offers to Calum Smith and to Gennady Golovking to fight him next, and said that he doesn't want to sit around waiting on David Benavidez. So let's talk about the situation. We back. Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Best way to help the channel out. But for people who don't know, Calum Smith is actually the mandatory. The secondary mandatory for David Benavidez, where Ivan Uterman hurting his shoulder. I don't know if Uterman is still the mandatory. He did have fail a drug test. They cleared him. Now he hurt his shoulder. Now David Benavidez could be fighting Lionel Thompson, who just beat Jose Uzatagi. I think that was on the Badu Jack, Marcus Brown. I mean, it's not by Marcus Brown, but Badu Jack, John Pascal undercard. I thought it was Tank and Gamboa, undercard. But yeah, I don't know where Ivan Uterman still stands in the WBC mandatory race. But yeah, Calum Smith is the mandatory. And could they be trying to use Calum Plant to protect David Benavidez? Maybe they don't think Benavidez is ready for Calum Smith. Or maybe, Calum Plant, trying to take Calum Smith belts and also becoming mandatory to David Benavidez. So I'm not really sure. Not saying that the Benavidez need no protection. But people forget he is only 23 years old. All right, but Calum Plant's trying to take on David Benavidez's work, and I guess, he want to be the lineal champ. And that's what Calum Smith is. Now, does Calum Smith deserve to be the lineal champion? No. In the tournament, he fought nobody in late replacements and injured George Groves. But it's a good fight, and I think Calum Smith looked like food. You know what I'm saying? When I say he looked like food, if you're struggling with John Ryder, and it could have been an off night, and he hasn't been active. Calum Plant has been more active than Calum Smith, it seems like. And, Calum Smith, they're saying that he's weight drained. He need to move up. So it's more lucrative fights in America and overall at the 68-pound division. But Calum Smith need to figure out what's best for him. Does he need to make some lifestyle changes to make the weight? Or he just simply can't make the weight and need to move up and challenge, go up in weight and challenge some of the 75-pounders. But all the money is in this division, and money make people do, ludicrous and just crazy things. So, he need to change something up in his strength conditioning, his training, or whatever. But he's a solid fighter. He's a real good fighter. I thought that he would win the tournament when Yerman, Berman, Rob Brand, everybody was in the tournament fully healthy. I felt that he was the wave and that he possibly could be the best 68-pounder. But one night shouldn't change everybody's opinion, especially when he's coming off probably a lengthy layoff versus John Ryder. But John Ryder wouldn't hold a candle to Calum Plant, David Benavidez, and Canelo Alvarez. Okay, so like I said before, he said that, he may be willing to go over to the UK to make that fight happen. And, the interviewer was saying, well, it probably will make more money in the UK. I doubt that. I'm not sure how big a fight, fighter Calum Smith is in the United Kingdom. I don't think Billy Joe or Tyson Fury was that big once upon a time. I don't think they're really that big now, where a ton of Brits would come over and follow them like Ricky Hatton did or Amir Khan fight sometimes when he was at his best. I think it may do justice if they do the fight on Fox. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it wouldn't be a pay-per-view fight, but the DAZN may have to offer more money for Calum Plant. If Calum Plant willing to cross the street, it make him look that much worse for not crossing the street versus Canelo Alvarez. But like I said, this is the lineal champ, so he got something that Canelo don't have, and that would make Calum Plant a unified champion. So I thought they want to try to make the David Benavidez fight, but you can't say, oh, I ain't crossing the street for Canelo in enough time and then turn around and try to cross the street for Calum Smith, because he looked a little bit weak in his last fight. But he said it wasn't a real offer from the Canelo Alvarez team. So I can, all these dudes that lie and say they didn't get an offer or it wasn't a real offer. It was preliminary talks about taking the fight. So, these dudes hide behind I didn't get an offer because it wasn't a hard paper dude, they was talking to you, and I knew you wasn't gonna take the fight because that's what the people at PBC said. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I would love to see him and Calum Smith fight. I would love to see Calum Smith and David Benavidez fight. I think that should go down in America. If Calum Smith really want to get Canelo attention and get that fight with Canelo, I think he need to cross the street and fight on Fox and build his fan base here, But that's the fight they probably can do up over in the Barclays Center. I think that's a good fight. I probably favor Caleb Plant, but Calum Smith is a tall glass of milk. He like 6'3", so we'll see what Caleb Plant can do versus a taller fighter. It kind of would prepare him for, David Benavidez, who about 1.5 inches taller than him. But he did offer Golovkin, and that was the biggest joke of the day. Golovkin is already locked into a Canelo fight in September. He got kicked out of Snack. Caleb Plant is a Snack fighter as well, too, with Victor Conti. He suffered a calf strain, and, Golovkin is probably going to have to move up to 68 to fight Canelo. So maybe he's thinking if, somehow Golovkin can beat Canelo, that him and Golovkin can fight Caleb Plant down the line. And I ain't knocking him for that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get yours, man, and do your due diligence. But, Golovkin ain't fighting nobody with those type of skills and his size, especially in the foreign weight class. Now, Caleb Plant said he can get, his strength and conditioning coach said he can get him down to 160, and I believe it. He was a 60-pounder, went to 68 for whatever reason it was. People forget Andre Ward was a 60-pounder at one point in time in the beginning of his career. Well, his style all bad for Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? Golovkin, 38 years old, moving up in weight, dealing with that fluidity and that fleet of foot movement, and the more repetition that Caleb Plant get, the more time he get to hone his skills, the more time he get to learn how to sit down and move the right way in boxing. I see it coming where he's sitting down a lot more. He learning to really hone into a professional style. The more dangerous he will become. And I still think that about David Benavidez. David Benavidez, they said, I heard out of Abel Sanchez's mouth for the most part, that he put the Beast by Dre on Gennady Golovkin in training and sparring, and they didn't want that fight. When he was looking for an opponent, Cinco de Mayo, he picked Vanez. David Benavidez said he'd get down and fight Golovkin, and they said, no way, Jose. And they told David Benavidez stop calling Golovkin out, making him look bad. So people swear Golovkin is this ultimate warrior, but all this junk they talk, we've been anybody from 54 to 75, then they switched to 68, and then they don't want to do nothing. It was all smoke, but Caleb playing a bad style for him. Not saying Golovkin couldn't win the fight, but, after Canelo get done with him, it's a wrap. I think if Canelo don't stop him in the third fight, Canelo's never going to score a marquee knockout over a particular fighter. He of age where Canelo want to fight them old men. He's 38 years old. I think he'll be 39 by the time they fight. I think he turned 39 in April. So, as far as Caleb Plant, I think he could beat Golovkin, especially if he make him move up. Slick fighter, good movement. Golovkin don't like those type of fights. But one thing about Golovkin, he going to test your will. He going to test your body. He going to test your chin. He still got that power, man. So when you got that power still, anything can happen. Golovkin is dangerous from 1 round to 12 round. He may not have that Deontay Wilder piercing one-punch knockout power, but he got that power that can, hurt your ribs, hurt your jaw. What Derevchenko walked through, you can't expect every fighter to walk through that shit. All right? You can't. Derevchenko is built out of vibranium probably, so it don't mean Caleb Plant got that chin. You really don't know. Caleb Plant, he was in there with Uzatagi, he was a solid puncher, but I don't think Uzatagi is the puncher that Golovkin still is to this day. But it'd be a tough test for Caleb Plant. I like to see him versus Calum Smith. You know what I'm saying? And David Benavidez, or, get the winner, or, Benavidez fight another top guy, maybe Billy Joe. If that fight don't work out with Canelo, whatever situation may be, maybe they offer, Jamal Charlo to move up and fight David Benavidez since he don't want to fight nobody at 60 like Canelo. So I think a lot of things can happen in a division for Calum Plant and David Benavidez. Would I like to see them run it real right now? Yeah, if David Benavidez and Caleb Plant run it right now, I'm telling you, it's probably gonna be Caleb Plant winning right now. He a little bit more seasoned, but the longer they wait, David Benavidez, he 24, 25 years old, it's gonna probably favor him because he's gonna get a lot better with more experience. So I seen him and Jose in the gym getting back in there doing their thing. So let me know what you guys think. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Shout out to the brother Terrence and Edward made PayPal donations this week. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about Caleb Plant versus Calum Smith. Who you riding with in that fight? We all know Golovking not taking the fight, so why even ask? Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. We gone.